All right, welcome to News Extra. I'm Andy Wheeler. Tonight we're talking to the mayor of Gigo, who's seeking your help on the Gigo March. Also, Denise Mendiola from the Small Business Development Center. We'll talk about a free training session. But first, we've got Alison Hadley from Guam Animals in Need here with a very special guest. Alison, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thank you.
We've worked together many times, and I love having you GAIN guys on kind of my show for the News Extra. Because there's always things to talk about happening up there at GAIN, and you're always looking to find homes for these wonderful animals.
Yes.
And not just permanent homes, but also if anybody is looking to foster, kind of, test drive a pet, so to speak, or just to take a little bit of the relief off of you guys, because sometimes you do get kind of booked.
Yep, absolutely. We are always looking for foster families, and it doesn't have to be a family. It can be just an individual living on their own if they have some extra time. For cats and dogs, puppies, kittens, it really helps us out. Of course, families that have children, it just helps the animal to become that much more adoptable with exposure to the family life. And it helps some of them that might just be feeling a little extra lonely when they're at the shelter and stuff. And it gives them a little more view time out in the community, taking them for walks at the play park. Other people that may not come up to the shelter otherwise will see an available animal. And that happens a lot, and that's really awesome for us. And it also helps just keep the circulation up at the shelter. And
that's why, getting the animals out there, that's why we had the big show a couple months ago.
Absolutely.
Huge success. I had a blast doing it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was my pleasure. I didn't get the final numbers on how many pets were adopted, or at least the process began after that, but I know people were filling out the forms left and right.
Yeah, definitely. A good handful of them that were premiered have already been adopted. I want to say, I think 5 of them.
Nice.
And it was very quick. People, they were calling us all weekend trying to find out where their application was, and some of them, if somebody had already managed to adopt that particular animal, they still came up and took a look around, and another animal that wasn't at the show, got adopted. So it gave us a really good exposure.
And good. And one thing about getting the dogs out there to have them adopted, and why fostering is so important, because like you kind of mentioned, it does help socialize the animal, put them in a setting with families, so when they do go to that new home, they're comfortable dealing with new people and whatnot. So fostering really important.
Very, very important. We're always looking for people to help us with that. If they're happen to be really good at dog training, just teaching basic sit, stay, potty training helps us out a lot. And yeah, absolutely gives them that exposure to the family life and makes it that much easier to transition with their official home.
Good. And speaking of dogs, big thing coming up, July and 4th of July weekend. A little bit of an interesting time for dogs because of all the fireworks that will be going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Dogs and cats, a lot of them, they have no idea what's going on while we're celebrating. And so the noise and the echoing and just the kind of the chaos that goes on is very confusing. And a lot of animals, even the ones that are tied up or in a fenced-in area, they will find a way to escape. They just out of fear. And so a lot of people call the shelter the next day. Animals are missing. So we are offering $5 microchips to people who want to come up to the shelter and get their animal microchipped. This is, a lot of people think it acts like a GPS device, and much as I wish that were true, it's really just an identification device. It's a little computer chip that goes between their shoulder blades, and ours are international numbers, so they can go anywhere in the world, if people move and stuff, and it's a number given specifically to that animal, and we scan it, and as long as the person registers their personal information with that chip, we'll be able to call them if they show up at the shelter, or if a vet clinic receives them for whatever reason, they also scan and they can give them a call and let them know they have their pet.
Good. It's a great program. Just that peace of mind with your pets. And can we get to Wyatt now, please?
Yes.
You brought a special friend here, one of the many animals available for adoption up there at GAIN.
Yes.
Not just dogs, also kitty cats like this little gentleman. Can I please?
Of course.
This is Wyatt. Tell me about him.
So Wyatt is a domestic short hair. He's a gray tabby. He's about 10 to 11 weeks old. And as you noticed earlier, his paws are quite large. He's going to be a big, handsome boy. His hair is a little bit longer, so he's got kind of a unique look. He's real cute. He loves people. He as soon as you cuddle up with him, he starts what we call making bread.
Oh yeah, I call it making pizza at home, or making biscuits.
Yeah, making biscuits. So he loves to do that. He was super relaxed in the car ride on the way down here, just hanging out, looking at me while I drove. So he's a great family animal. He just wants to hang out and be loved on.
Yeah.
So he is available for adoption up at the shelter if anybody wants to come visit.
Hi. And there are so many animals up
Yes.
there, and whatever you're looking for, I want a medium dog, I want a small dog, I want a couple kittens, I want sibling kittens,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Just
we
you
have it
have to
all.
go walk through Gain and see
Yes.
all the animals.
Yeah, we're open every single day of the week, including weekends from 9 to 5. Families can come anytime, check it out. If you're a bachelor and you need a housemate, then we have some of those for you too. But yeah, all sizes, shapes, breeds. They're all looking for love.
They are looking for love.
Yeah.
And they're looking for forever homes.
Yes.
So go on up. If you want to foster, if you want to adopt permanently, a little guy like this here, Wyatt, we're going to find you a home, buddy. All right, so stop on by. What's the phone number again?
They can call 653-4246.
All right, fantastic. Allison, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, let's find Wyatt a home here, okay? All the other animals up there again. You need to stop by, bring the family on up any day that they're open. If you want to donate supplies or anything like that, they're more than happy to accept those. And find this little kitten and many others like him a home up there at Gain. There's still a lot more extra to come, so keep it here, guys.